Hello everybody, and welcome to this overview of Snapshot 13W01A. Yeah, we finally have the one starting with 13. How exciting. So, this snapshot adds a lot of stuff, and it's all redstone related, which makes me very happy. Maybe I can finally restart my functioning-ish series, because now I have cool new stuff to do. So, first, let's start just going through all the additions. So right here, there's this shiny new ore in the nether called Nether Quartz. That's what it looks like when you mine it. It's actually pretty common, so if we go into the nether here, it's actually, yeah, it's all over the place. Let's see. Lag. See, there's some up there. And then around here, there's some more, I think. Yeah, see, there's some over there. And then more over there, some there. So yeah, oh, there's a bit over there. So yeah, it's all over the place. So you won't have to worry too much about finding it, which is pretty good. So if you already have a world and you don't want to start a new one, you don't have to do a whole lot of searching when you go out far to get some. So that's the Nether Quartz. You can mine it with any pickaxe, and we'll continue that in a bit. We also added craftable nether bricks. So what you do is you take the netherrack, cook it in a furnace, and you get nether bricks, these things. And then you take 4 nether bricks, put them in a grid like that, and you get nether brick. So it's nice to know that it's finally craftable and thus farmable. Although actually you can always just like quarry a whole nether fortress and you never really have any shortage of it. Now here's a crazy thing that I still don't quite get. Comparators, they're called. This is the crafting recipe. You need smooth stone on the bottom, redstone torches over the top, and then some nether quartz here in the middle. So, the way these work is that it has 2 inputs, input A and input B. I'm still not sure how it decides which is which. It's a bit confusing. But if input A, okay, so it considers this one to be input A. If it is a stronger signal, wait, actually these are equal. So here, if I do this, yeah, okay, so if, alright, so this is input A, this is input B right now. So if input A is a stronger signal than input B, like, you know, there's more remaining on it, then the comparator will output something. You can also change it, although it doesn't work right now because of a glitch, to either just copy input A or output a full strength pulse. So right here, if we say make it, yeah, see, so now input A is stronger because it's closer than input B. So now it's doing that. Then if we make input B here stronger, and then, okay, I think looks like they switched. So yeah, it's a bit confusing. I'm still not entirely sure how it decides which one is input A and which one's input B, and that's kind of a problem. So we'll just ignore that for now. So next exciting redstone invention. If you take a chest, give it a tripwire hook, you get a redstone chest. This activates a redstone pulse when opened. So as you can see, the note block went off when I opened it, so ding, ding. Anyway, here I need these. So, oh yeah, actually, this reminds me, there's a bunch of clever new inventory things. So if I shift and double click these, it moves all of them into the chest, or all of them into my inventory. Something else I can do is I can click and drag with them to drop them out, and they all go into even piles here. Okay, so there's that. Next, weighted pressure plates. These output a different signal strength depending on how many items you put on them. They are not triggered by players or mobs or anything, just items. So the gold, so there's 2 kinds. There's ones made out of gold ingots and ones made out of iron ingots. The gold ones are weak, which means they do not require as many items to be triggered. So you put one on, goes a bit farther, and then so about every 4 or 5 items you throw on it, the pulse lengthens. And then this is much crazier because you put a whole stack and it only goes by a little bit. So the pulse lengthens by 1 for each stack you put on it, which is a lot. So this is, I guess you can say, it's much less sensitive. So it's good for weighing really heavy loads. Okay, so now this is the daylight sensor. Depending on the amount of daylight, so the sun's kind of going down, so it's not full strength. But depending on the amount of daylight, it outputs a stronger signal. So if we make it night, so it's night. So now it should be a really, so now it's a really weak signal because the sun's just going down. Then as it goes down farther, eventually it will just stop once it's night. So if we make it say noon, so slash time, so that's 6,000. 6,000 is noon, by the way. It outputs a full strength signal, and anywhere in between. So so you can have it sort of tell the time of day. Now here's something interesting. At last we have redstone blocks. Took a few years of asking for them, but we finally got them. So crafting recipe for them is quite simple. It's just the crafting recipe for the daylight sensors. It's glass on top, nether quartz in the middle, wooden slabs, not blocks, along the bottom. So yeah, it's just 9 redstone for a redstone block. Similarly, the redstone block it works like iron block, so you can put one in the crafting bench and get 9 redstone back. So this it provides redstone power to everything nearby. So we can grab some redstone, go ding ding ding, ding ding ding. So it powers anything nearby. But the nice thing is, unlike say a redstone torch, it can be moved around by a piston. So I can move it here, now it's powering this. I can move it back, now it's powering that. And if I do it really fast, it looks really cool. So that's fun. Okay, now for some even more crazy amazing stuff. Right here. This is a hopper. It's a work in progress. So actually the icon for it here just says WIP, work in progress. So there's no crafting recipe for it yet. But what it does is it takes things you throw into it, like you throw something on top of it, it goes into the hopper. Right here it can hold 5 stacks and it dumps them into the chest beneath it. And then it also works for minecart chests and the redstone trapped chests too. So I can load them all in here into the minecart chest. Ta-da, there they are. You can even place them on the side, and as you can see, the little vent on it is going into the chest. So ding, ding, ding. Now they're in there. And then you can do even more crazy fun stuff. So they can also be pulled out of things. So I can put, let's just put some redstone in here. Ding. Right, so that starts flooding out. Then it goes into the hopper, and then into the chest. Then we can do the same with the minecart chest. So let's just put some more redstone in here. It's going out, and then into this chest, or possibly into another minecart chest if you so wish. So for this, you can do all sorts of crazy things. You can have a station that will load everything from a minecart into a chest and whatnot. Oh yeah, and something else. Hoppers will they will load into other hoppers. So if I throw something in here, they'll all travel down the end into there. So let's toss some stuff in. Oh man, I'm getting some lag for some reason. Hang on. Okay, the lag seems to be gone. Alright. Ding, 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 ding. So I can throw it in there. It's going to move through all of these and then into here. Into the last hopper. So that's fun. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some practical uses for all these. I already talked about practical uses for hoppers. You can have a storage system or something else, actually. What you can do is you can just put something like this at the bottom of your favorite mob grinder. So mobs go splatter themselves on the ground right here. Hopper picks up the items, loads them up into a chest, so you don't have to worry about the items despawning. So, now then, the redstone chests. Now, they don't... Oh yeah, you can see the texture's a bit different. There's a bit of a tint around the lock. So, you can still make traps out of it, because chances are no one's going to notice unless they're really looking for it. So, they don't combine, so you can put a bunch of single chests next to each other like this. Same thing goes for double chests. The redstone chests can also make double chests. So you can have a bunch of double chests next to each other. And of course, the other main use for it is pretty obvious. It's like, that block totally does not look like TNT. Oh no, boom. So yeah, lots of fun. Okay, so for redstone blocks, one use I thought of being able to move them around with pistons. Of course, there are many other uses, but you can make a different kind of T flip-flop. So this is your standard T flip-flop switch, sort of, with a catch. Normally, what you would do is you would have like a redstone torch underneath the block that the piston pushes. But now we can abolish that redstone torch and just replace it with the redstone block, and it will power that lamp. You know, and it toggles every time I press the button. So, slight variation to your standard favorite T flip-flop. So that's fun. Okay, right. So here's a use for weighted pressure plates. You can also use this on your favorite mob grinder. Hang on, it's becoming here. I want to make it big. Ding. Okay, so you can also use this on your favorite mob grinder. Here, let's just start up this clock. And whoops, I failed at starting up said clock. Let's try it again. There we go. So we just jump started that clock. So what we can do is we can have an alarm that goes off if there are more than some amount of stacks or of items or something. So say there are 3 stacks of items, then hang on, I accidentally picked them up. Okay, so say we have 3 stacks of items. Ding, ding, ding. Ta-da, and then this alarm will start going off. Ding, 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 telling you, hey, come pick up your items because I couldn't be bothered to build a hopper. Okay. Let's just turn that off. Okay. So, last thing. Uses for the day-night sensor. Here, what you can do is you can rig up your favorite village with lamps that turn on at night. So right here, right now, it's not on because it's day, but if we do /time set night, then it will turn on in just a little bit as the sun starts going down. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah! Ta-da! And the light turns on. So, the redstone behind this is wondrously simple. That's the day-night sensor up there. It goes, powers this. The repeater here just makes it a full signal, and I can move the repeater closer here if I want it to be, like, even darker. Because as you see, the signal retreats as it gets darker. And, you know, depending on where I put the repeater, I can kind of change its threshold. So if I move it farther here, then it will turn on even sooner. And right here, you know, depowers that redstone torch, which turns it on, and then it powers that block, which powers the redstone lamp. Very simple. So, that is everything in this new snapshot. The new wonderful 13W01A snapshot. Oh yeah, there's actually a few glitches here. I'll go over those. So, the most noticeable glitch, let's see. Oh yeah, there's the thing with the comparator. I already talked about that, but if I say take this redstone torch and put it on this block, I can destroy the block and the redstone torch will stay there. Meanwhile, I can still mess around with it with wires. So for example, we'll turn off and then, so I can make an inverter without actually having to use another block, and it also looks very silly. So, although that's probably going to be fixed, so I wouldn't build any redstone mechanisms that use this mechanic. That would just be a bad idea. Okay, and that is everything. Thank you for watching.